Hi, third grade. I am here to teach you today. We are working on Unit 1, Week 1, Day 3. And we're going to start off with our drill sounds warm up. So repeat after me. Ready? A, apple, E, ed, I, itch, O, octopus, and U, up, All right, let me choose a few consonants and a few of our digraphs and our new sound to review with you. Are you ready? C, cat, K, kike, CK, sock, W, wind, WH, whistle, G, game, QU, queen, And let's do our new one, please. TCH, catch, Very good. We added that trigraph to our repertoire yesterday. Nice job. Okay, behind me, boys and girls, I built a word, and that is actually our word of the day today. So let's tap it out together. Ready? Go. Ch. Crunch. A lot of boys and girls in school today were going ch. Remember, shouldn't be 4 taps, it should be 5. Ch. Crunch. Okay, so let's talk about this word for a second. What does it have? What attributes does this word have? What are some characteristics? Think of all the things we've been talking about in Fundations. Hopefully you're seeing and noticing that at the beginning of the word, what do we have? A blend, right. What about at the end of the word? It's not just a digraph, it's a digraph blend, correct. And we know this is a short vowel, so what kind of syllable is it? A closed syllable. Excellent, because this vowel is closed in by this digraph blend at the end, making it say right? Okay, can you think of a sentence using that word crunch? The pretzels crunch in my mouth as I chew on them. That could happen too. All right, nice work. Okay, behind me, I built another word for us to look at. We have, let's tap it, go. Strap. Like I strap myself in the car before we drive, right? What do we have at the beginning of this one? This isn't a trigraph, remember. This is a 3-letter blend, correct. Is it a closed syllable? Yes, very good. Let me get another one ready. Okay, here's our next word. Let's tap it. Go. Ch. Brunch. Right. We have a blend at the beginning. We have a digraph blend at the end. Now, remember from yesterday's lesson, very important. To make the ch sound, how did we know to use ch and not our trigraph tch? Do you remember? What was the rule we talked about? You only use tch if it comes right after a short vowel. Well, is this a short vowel? No. So then you use the digraph ch for brunch. Remember, brunch is a meal that you would have maybe between breakfast and lunch. Right. All right, let me get another one ready for you. Okay, I'm back with yet another word that we should be practicing. Let's tap it. Go. Stretch. Is this a trigraph? No, it's a 3-letter blend. We have a short vowel, so that means, do we just put ch for the ch sound? No, I put my trigraph, our brand new tch, catch, ch, right? Okay, is this still a closed syllable? Right. Okay, one more word for us to practice. Give me a second. Okay, here it is. Let's tap it. Ready? Click. Very good. So here we have a blend. we have our short vowel. And remember, at the beginning, when we were doing our drill sounds warm up, there were 3 cards that made the k sound. How did I know to use CK and not K? Because remember, yesterday we reviewed very few words in the English language end with a C. So, how do we know to pick CK instead of K? Do you remember? Right. CK has to follow a short vowel right after, just like TCH has to go right after a short vowel in our English language. Nice work. The next thing that you're going to do is add our word of the day, crunch, in your student notebook. So if you have your student notebook, go ahead and get it out. You're going to be turning to the C section, since crunch starts with the letter C, in your vocabulary section. It does start on page 60. So when you find page 60 in your student notebook with the castle on it, go to the very top, the first C. And you're going to write the word crunch. And we're going to mark it. Okay, so to properly mark this word crunch, let's do our blend. We know this is the short vowel, so I'm putting a breve above it. And then let's do our digraph blend at the end. Remember, digraphs go together. Now let's scoop it, crunch, and mark it C for a closed syllable. Go ahead and do that on page 60 at the top. When you're done writing our word of the day, crunch, and marking it on page 60 in your notebook, we're going to go below to the next line and write our sentence using our word of the day. Read the sentence with me, please. Go ahead. The leaves crunch under my feet. Period. So make sure, take your time, pause the video, and remember your capital letter at the beginning of the sentence and the proper punctuation at the end. Get it down there on page 60. When you are done writing the sentence, you should remember from the past that when we read sentences, we don't just say, with proper fluency, that is, we don't just say, the leaves crunch under my feet. Or we shouldn't say, the leaves crunch under my feet. When you read with proper fluency, you are scooping some of those phrases and saying it together. So let's think about our sentence we have here. What would be a reasonable way or a logical way to scoop this into phrases? And there might be more than one answer. If it were me, let me say it. The leaves crunch under my feet. I would probably put these first 3 words together. The leaves crunch under my feet. And the last 3 words together. So go ahead and scoop it on page 60 in your notebook. If you would rather say, the leaves crunch under my feet, that's okay too. It still sounds okay. Go ahead and do that. When you're done, your book should look something like this. Check and make sure that yours does. All right, now we're going to review some of our homophones or sound-alike words that we've had this year, which we only had 1 pair. Say it when I flash it. Ready? Go. Right. Right. Very good. So this is our first pair of homophones. Now, which one means that you are correct? This is it. This kind of right. R-I-G-H-T. Which one means the opposite of left or a direction? Right again. And which one means to use pen or pencil to write something on paper? Right, to create words. Very good. Now I'm going to introduce you to 2 more sound-alike words. You ready for the next pair? What is it? No and no. All right, so let's look at both of them together. Which one is the opposite of yes? Correct. Which one is you understand the answer or understand it completely? Right. Okay, so go ahead into your student notebooks again and go to the back so we can add these new homophones into your book. When you find your sound alike section in the back of your Foundation student notebook, look for the KNOW first, and it should be on page 98 at the bottom. Make sure you're not doing no's up here. We're down here at the bottom where it says no. And all we wrote there, boys and girls, was our definition. When you understand something. So pause the video and make sure this gets into your student notebook at home as well. To get the other homophone or sound-alike word, you have to turn forward to page 101 where you see the N section for N-O, no. And the definition we wrote for this word is a negative response or not true. And I also was saying a lot in the classroom today that it is the opposite of yes. Very good. So again, pause the video and get this written on page 101 of your notebook at home. Okay, next we're going to do our final activity, which is dictation dry erase. So if you have your slate or whiteboard at home, make sure you have it on this side to join us for this activity. If you don't have your whiteboard at home, it's really okay. Just get a piece of paper and a pencil and get ready to join us. The first thing I'm going to do is give you 3 different sounds. So I'm going to write the first here, the second here, and the third here. There might be more than one letter that corresponds to that sound, so don't get tricked. Are you ready to write in this spot here? The first sound is k. Say it, write it down, and then pause your video so that you can check your answer. Okay, check behind me and see how you did at home. Did you remember C and K and the digraph CK? 3 things. And remember, please place commas when you're listing things if there's more than one. Let's go to the second sound. The second sound is ch. Say it, ch. Go ahead and pause the video, write it down, and then check your answers. See how you did. Did you get both of them? CH, chin, ch, and TCH, catch, ch, right? And the third one is w. Say it, w. Pause it, the video, write it down at home, and see how you did. Okay, did you get W, wind, w, and WH, whistle, w? Hopefully you did. All right, next, make space because I'm going to give you 3 words that I want you to stretch out. We'll tap them together, and then you'll write it. So the first word is stuck. Say it, stuck. Tap it. Stuck. Hopefully you don't get stuck on this one. Go ahead and try it. Pause the video. Okay, I need a little help. I remembered the blend at the beginning, ST. And I know it's a short vowel, you up, But look up here. Remember, 3 different sounds for k. What am I going to put here? Remember, not many words end with C. What was the rule we talked about yesterday? Does it follow a short vowel? Yes. So what am I using? CK. Make sure you have it spelled correctly. All right, get ready for the next one. The next word we did earlier, if you can remember it, and it is brunch. Say it, brunch. Let's tap it. Go. B-r-u-n-ch. Brunch. Go ahead and pause the video, write it, and let's see how you did. All right, check out behind me. How did you do? B-R-U-N-C-H. Question real quick before we do our other one. How do we know to use ch instead of our trigraph TCH? Do you remember that rule? TCH only goes if it follows after a short vowel. And is N a short vowel? No. So we use CH. Very good. The last word is scratch. Say it. Scratch. Tap it. S-k-r-a-ch. Scratch. Go ahead, pause the video, write it down at home, and then check to see how you did. Okay, how did you do now? Sk, ch. How did we get TCH here instead of CH? Yep, follows a short vowel. Nice work. Okay, now we're going to do some easier review words, so we should be able to go much faster on these. Your first one, I'm going to write it right here on mine. If you need to erase on yours, go ahead. The first word is gust. Say it. Gust. G-a-s-t. Gust. A gust of wind blew my hair. Try it. All right, check behind me. How did you do? Did you get the blend at the end? Very good. Your next word is scan. Say it. Scan. Tap it. Sk-an. Scan. I had to scan the crowd to look for my mom. Scan. All right, you try. How'd you do? Did you get the right blend at the beginning? We had a hard time with this today. Some friends were confused whether it should be SC blend or SK blend. It is an SC blend. The last one is text. Say it. Text. T-X. Text. I had to send a text message to my mom. Go ahead and try. All right, check it behind me. Now, did you get this sound correctly? We had a lot of like K's and S's in there because X does sound X like a K and an S, but doesn't this look right? Right. T-E-X-T. Very good. All right, and lastly, I'm going to see how you do with spelling some trick words. The first trick word I want you to try to remember how to spell is have. Say it. Have. I have to go see my family tonight. Have. Try it. All right, look behind me. Did you spell have the correct way? H-A-V-E, have. Good. Trick words don't follow the rules, do they? So you just have to memorize them. One more trick word. Let's see if you remember this one. Should. Say it. Should. All right, see if you remember how to spell should. Good luck. How did you do? Did you get the digraph? That part's easy. It follows the rules. This is where it gets a little tricky with that sound. Should. You should remember how to spell should in 3rd grade, though, so keep practicing if you didn't get it. All right. Clear off your slate or make sure you have a plain spot to write on your piece of paper, because the very last thing we're going to do is I will dictate a sentence to you. All right, get ready. All right, the sentence is, did Tim have a big scratch on his leg? Remember what kind of letter comes at the beginning of your sentence. I'll repeat it. Did Tim, that's a name, so what do you remember about names? Did Tim have a big scratch on his leg? One more time. Did Tim have a big scratch, stretch that one out, on his leg? What about punctuation? Pause the video and try it. Okay, let's see how you did. Go back to your sentence on your paper or on your slate and point to the first word. Did. Check your capital letter at the beginning. Did you remember it? Check your B's and D's. Are they going backwards? Hopefully not. Move to the next word, Tim. It's a proper noun, right? So it has to start with a capital letter. Did you remember that? If not, please fix it. Next word, we just went over that word. That's a trick word, have. A, big, check your B's and D's. Look at scratch. That's one that follows the rule. Did you get the 3-letter blend at the beginning? And the TCH follows a short vowel, yes? Scratch should be spelled right. On his, be careful with leg. It's actually L-E-G. And then, did you get the punctuation? It's not a period at the end of this sentence. It's a question mark because we're asking yes or no. Did Tim have a big scratch on his leg? All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, third grade. We will continue on with Unit 1 in the future. Have a great day.